Welcome to Horse Bytes, your go-to source for keeping up with the show jumping world. Summer sport continued at Spruce Meadows last week with another exciting five-star event. A four-star Nations Cup took place in Sopot, with team riders still vying for Olympic spots, while Traverse City and Centaur also hosted four-stars. This week, we will take a look at super strong Team Germany as they prepare for team selection. And we're going to break down the developing conflict over the cause of death of Chromatic BF from the World Cup finals back in April between the United States Equestrian Federation and the owner of the horse. But first, make sure to enter our latest giveaway with Equisite for a chance to win some new equestrian apparel. Now, back to the action. Let's take a look at the winners making waves this week. The only five-star winner of the week was the world's top female-ranked rider Tiffany Foster and her spectacular mount Battle Cry, up at Spruce Meadows over fellow Canadian Erin Ballard and Belgium's Jos Verlooy. The Netherlands were victorious in the Nations Cup in Sopot over Denmark and Germany, while Sasha Nygaard-Liel took the win in the Grand Prix on the young up-and-comer Stanley. The world number 7, Ken Farrington, continued his winning streak in the four-star in Centaur, this time aboard Mila, helping the pair pick up their first Grand Prix win together. And the four-star in Traverse City went to Alex Granado and Helios van den Nossehova, also their first Grand Prix win together, helping them take home the lion's share of the prize money in the $182,000 class. Welcome to Showstopper, powered by EquiRatings. This week, it's all about Team Germany. Arguably the strongest team out there and absolutely a big contender for gold, Germany has some powerhouse options with almost all household names. They are sitting second based on their top 4 Elo-rated horses on an average rating of 759. But with 143 active horses, chef to keep Otto Becker has some tough choices ahead. That being said, the main contenders seem pretty secure, both by the numbers and by circumstances. So let's take a look at the stats. Daniel Deusser and Tobago Zed top off our list with the strongest Elo of 765. However, they're unlikely to go due to injury. Next is Christian Kukuk and Checker 47 on an Elo of 761. An obvious choice and clearly on top form recently with a win in the 5-star Rolex Grand Prix in Wellington and a few weeks ago in the Global in Madrid.
It's going to be enough. 35.
Wow. Also making their CAS quite high, with them jumping 5.4 clear rounds more than the standard. Next on the list is Christian Allman and Dominator 2000Z.
Come on, Christian, for the second one. All in. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. For 35, hit 7. Here is Allman. It is good.
Also a wonderful combination with a strong Elo at 757, but since they haven't competed since last July, they're most likely out. So next down on the list is Richard Vogel and the explosive United Touch S, perhaps the scopiest horse in the world, with a tremendous track record, helping Germany secure the win in the Nations Cup final and winning a 5-star Grand Prix in Wellington this year. And with an Elo of 756, United and Richie are a very likely choice. Next is Philipp Weishaupt and Zineday on an Elo of 747 and a huge clear rate of 82.4% at the meter 60 level. Conceivably one of the most athletic and talented horses out there. This pair helped Germany secure a win a few weeks ago in the Nations Cup in La Baule and is a super strong anchor for the team. Next on the stats list is Marcus Enning and Stargold on an Elo of 745.
As it comes to the final upright. 2 years ago after 3 days.
Although not far behind on the list is former European champion Andre Thieme and the wonderful mare DSP Chakaria on an Elo of 744. Chakaria was out for a while but has been back in recent months and looks to be in top form. And with their track record, they too are looking like real contenders for the team. It's impossible to talk about the German squad and not mention the domination they have been displaying across the sport in recent months. With the likes of Kendra Claricia Brinkhope on both Tabasco and In Time, Jorna Spreya and Hot Easy, Enning on his other Mount Coolio, Jana Vargers and both Dorette and Limbridge, David Will and Zinedream, and of course Jana Friedrich Meyer Zimmermann and Messi van Reidershof, who picked up a stunning win in Cannes a few weeks ago. The depth of the horse rider combinations in Germany is truly remarkable, but looking at the stats and recent form, our prediction for team selection will be Kukuk and Checker, Richie and United Touch, Philipp and Zineday, and Andre Thieme and Chakaria. It certainly will be a tough choice, but the options are tremendous, and we expect to see great things from the German squad come July in Paris. Thank you guys so much for everyone who has watched and subscribed to Horse Bytes so far. The show has been seen by over 12 million people to date, but not all 12 million of you have subscribed yet. It means so much to us to have your support, and the more people who subscribe and follow along, the more tailored the content can become. We'd love for you to share your feedback, hit the subscribe button below, and help us bring you the best show jumping highlights from around the world. This week on Weekly Wonder, we're covering the interesting development around the devastating and untimely death of Chromatic BF. Remember, the horse of American rider Jill Humphreys that died suddenly at the World Cup finals back in April. A new controversy has arisen with the release of the necropsy report, where the owner, Casey Branscomb, and the United States Equestrian Federation are now in disagreement over the cause of death. Let's go over the basic facts. Chromatic BF passed away in the stable aisle unexpectedly after the second round of the World Cup finals in Riyadh, approximately 2 hours after competition was complete. The horse was administered a number of FEI legal substances as a post-exercise recuperative regime, similar to a human athlete taking muscle recovery supplements and energy boosters. Shortly after the shots, the horse began to seize and eventually passed away. A blood sample was seemingly not taken, or at least provided, for the autopsy immediately following Chromatic's death, and hematology and biochemical analysis wasn't able to be performed, making the cause of death inconclusive. As a member of the United States Equestrian Team, all horse owners must sign a horse participation agreement with the USEF, effectively loaning their horse to the team. And as it states, for purposes of horse welfare, by signing this agreement, the horse owner or owners give their full permission to the USEF and its agents to administer medication to their horse or horses in the interest of the horse's welfare and well-being during the loan period. According to Branscomb, Chromatic was administered a number of substances without her knowledge, but within line of the aforementioned agreement, following the horse's participation in the event. Following Chromatic's death and until the release of the report, Branscomb and USEF were working closely together to amend this agreement to give owners more decision-making power over their horse's medical care. According to Branscomb, USEF had been helpful, cooperative, and fully supportive of such an initiative. However, in light of the report and USEF's subsequent retreat on the matter, Branscomb and USEF are now at odds, with Branscomb threatening legal action. The report gave 4 possible causes of death by fatal pulmonary hemorrhage: a blood clot, heart attack, shock, and bleeding in the lungs due to overexertion during exercise. USEF claims the report does not name the medications as the cause of death and thus indicates that pulmonary hemorrhage was caused by strenuous exercise, while Branscomb believes her horse died as a result of anaphylactic shock brought on by the injections, particularly Elo-rated, a selenium supplement by which the maker of the drug themselves specifically warns against possible allergic reactions even at low doses. Lastly, and perhaps most interestingly, USEF has since stopped administering Elo-rated to team horses since the passing of Chromatic BF. No matter the cause, any death of one of our equine partners is heartbreaking for everyone in the sport. As riders, owners, grooms, enthusiasts, etc., we take tremendous pride in caring deeply for the horses, and any tragedy like this greatly saddens our community. But this disagreement raises important topics for discussion surrounding anti-doping and who ultimately is responsible for the care and well-being of the horses. Where does the decision-making power lie? And is it a national federation's place to impose medical choices on behalf of a rider or owner, regardless of their input? And even more so, if the federation imposes such an agreement, should they ultimately stand behind the horse owners when disputes arise? Optically, for the sport at least, disagreements of this sort do not lead to unified messaging regarding horse welfare. But now, let's take a look at the Wyld Things from this past week. All right, let's see what we got going on this week. First up, what is he doing? Never seen a horse do that. He's biting his own chest. Why? Must have been tasty. All right. Oh, going for the champagne. Oh, that's a dumb move, but I can tell you, I knew that was coming. Silly move. Oh, she's going to the jump. I guess she's making a circle, trying to aim again. Whoa! And she's out of the ring. Look at that. No steering, and the horse said, you know what? I'm done. That's a wrap on this week's top highlights. Stay tuned to all of our socials. Make sure to subscribe and follow along all the action as it unfolds here on Horse Bytes, your go-to source for keeping up with the show jumping world.